Hello, hello. You know me as the coupon lady, but I'm on here. A couple of videos I did a while back ago was about domestic violence. But today I'm going to talk about growing up raised by a single parent. I wrote everything down so I wouldn't forget, but I know this is true. Growing up raised by a single parent, then I find myself in those same footsteps. It was hard on my mother, I'm sure. She always kept a job. We never lived in a shelter, always had a car, had clothes, but to me, that was never enough. We lived in New York for a few years. Um, when we were early teenagers. Um, Matter of fact, I don't. At least I know I wasn't a teenager yet. My sister might have been a teenager because I think she was in middle school. Worst time of my life. I say it was the worst time because we didn't have a lot of family there, only on my father's side. In the actually on my mom's side too, but we didn't really interact with them because they kind of stayed far away from where we lived, and we definitely was away from my grandparents and other family members that we knew that we interacted with. My father, I think at the time my father was living in Maryland. I'm not really for sure. So when I got older, well, before I even got older, I always said that I wanted to get married and live happily ever after. That's what I said. So a few years later, we ended up moving back to Indiana in the late '70s after my grandfather died. Saddest time. My grandfather was a good man, awesome man. My mother and grandmother taught us very well how to survive. My mother always would order stuff. My mother would always order stuff and just have stuff laying around the house. There was one time me and my brother Russell and my baby sister Liz, we wanted to go to the movies. So my mom said, "Well, sorry, don't have any money for you guys to go to the movies, but I have these. They were, I think they were about that high. These lanterns. They have big lanterns, but these were like little lanterns. You could probably sit in your window. Well, you probably didn't want to sit them in your window because you had to put oil in it, and it also had the wick in it, so you had to light the wick. So she said, "Well, you guys can go get that stuff, and you can go sell it, to make you some money to go to the movies." Of course, the movies probably was $2. I really I don't remember how much it was, and and get y'all some snacks or whatever. So me and my brother Russell and my baby sister Liz, we would go knock on doors and tell people we from Girl Scouts, and we were selling this stuff to make donations or whatever they wanted to give us. I Asked me how much we sold them things for. I have no clue how much we sold those things for, but we made enough money for us to go to the movies and get us some extra stuff. That's part one. Part two is coming up next.